Good evening and welcome to the iGrow Network Inner Circle webinar. My name is Ron Pope. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the iGrow Network. And I want to cover real quick here before we get over to our guest speakers to give you guys the golden nuggets of what they're doing to build their businesses. Before we do that, I know we've got some new folks on the webinar here tonight that may not have even started with us yet. They're here still evaluating, and so what I'd like to do is just walk through real quick, what is the iGrow Network? Well, the iGrow Network is a social media marketing company, which means that we're going to help you guys in every aspect of tapping into the social media arena and driving traffic back to your business. All right. We are also the exclusive marketing arm for the social network Leafit. And if you're not familiar with leafit, I'll walk you through that here just real quick and explain what it is that leafit does. Before we do that, though, I want to explain why the iGrow Network is part of the social media arena. Why are we a social media marketing company? What opportunity does that bring to you guys? What's the potential of it? So if we look at the chart here in front of you, you'll see that this is a very proven market. MySpace was in it prior to Facebook. Facebook came out in 2004, and very quickly they were able to build their user base, and today they've got over 1.23 billion users. If you look right below here, next to Facebook, you've got Google Plus came out in 2011. They have over 540 million users already. I've been building large companies for the last 19 years, and I have to say I've never seen a company grow as quickly as something that taps into the social media. All right, that goes for not just the iGrow Network, but for each and every one of you individuals out there that want to explode your business. Now, the neat thing of what we're going to show you here tonight, though, is that you could use the different tools and techniques to build any business, whether it be your iGrow Network business, traditional business, online, offline. It doesn't matter. You can build anything with what iGrow Network offers to you. Now, if you want to take a look at the amount of content that's being posted every single day, let's look at pictures as an example here. It's mind-boggling. When you look at Pinterest being down here, the smallest one on my chart, and they still have 20 million pictures uploaded every single day to their social network. Then we go up, we got Instagram at 60 million, 144 for Twitter. Look at this, Google Plus, again, came out in 2011, 214 million pictures every single day. Now, do you think maybe there's a little bit of room in this market for you guys? I mean, look at the amount of content. I want to put this into perspective here as to some projections going out towards 2017. Is this going to stop all of a sudden? You know, is it going to continue to go? Because when you're evaluating a business model or a business opportunity, one of the first questions should be is what's the market, how big is it, and where's it going in the future? Is there an opportunity here for me to tap into something that'll last for generations? And, you know, for years, most of my life I've been hearing about, you know, get in front of the baby boomers, the wave that's been created from that, which was, you know, some very good decisions that I made in business and got in front of that a few times. And it's amazing what can happen to your life so quickly when you get in front of a major movement. But you know what, guys? The social media has created a wave like no other. I mean, it is setting records, you know, for the amount of traffic and how quickly a business can build within it. Look at this here. In 2014, there's just short of 2 billion users, but it continues to go up and up and up. Through 2017, they're expecting a growth to 2.55 billion users. It's about a 550 million user increase in the next 3 years. Very significant. So again, if you're looking for a business model or an industry with room for you to get in there that's not saturated, that's amazing right there. Now, I'll also tell you that a lot of the users that are already on these other social networks, they are not loyal to those social networks. Okay? It's because the networks don't share any of the revenue with them. They haven't earned their loyalty. Okay, and after 2017, it's not all of a sudden just going to plummet off the side and stop growing. It's going to continue to go up and up and up. This is an industry, this is a business model that's going to be here to last you guys so that you can build a legacy that you can pass on to your next generation. Now, what does this all equate to in dollars? If we look at the amount of content that's being posted, it generates what we call e-commerce sales. Now this year here, we're around $1.5 trillion in the industry for e-commerce sales. But look at the increases as we go up towards 2017. It just goes up and up and up. Almost $1 trillion increase per year by 2017. Again, it's not just going to plummet off the side, it's going to continue to go. We could have ran these projections out for another 5 years, and you would see a continual upswing in the market. So is there room here? Is there enough revenue that you could tap in and take a small piece and change your life completely? Absolutely there is, guys. So these are the types of things I looked at when I was looking at getting involved in the social media arena. Now, the reason I've got these icons on the screen in front of you here is I want to ask you a couple of questions. All right, but if you look at those icons and you're like me, you've probably got some of those different networks open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're posting content, you're chatting, just kind of hanging out with people. Well, what I want to ask you is, have any of these social networks offered you a part of the revenue? And that's the biggest problem today. Facebook, Twitter, all these different networks. I mean, think about it. How many people have you introduced to these different social networks? And what have you been compensated? What if they would have shared the revenue with you? How would that have impacted your life today? Would you be driving a different car? I mean, are you driving a car that you're worried every day might break down on the side of the road and you'll be stranded? Are you living in an apartment where you would rather be living in a nice house? Are you taking vacations, or is your vacation sitting on the couch watching movies because you can't afford to go anywhere? Now, you've already generated tons and tons of revenue for these different social networks. You just didn't get to share in it. Now, could you imagine if each one of your friends, you were able to make $1 to $5 a month on every one of your friends that you referred to a social network? Now, I have to assume that we've got folks on the webinar right now that have literally hundreds of friends on their social network. Some of you probably even have thousands. Now, could you imagine making $1 to $5 a month on even just 1,000 friends? How many of those friends do you think each have 1,000, or even a couple hundred, who each have a couple hundred and a couple hundred? Think about that. You could literally have been responsible for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that found their way to these different social networks, and you didn't get to share in any of it. Now, do you think that if you would have, do you think you would have referred more friends if they would have compensated you for that? And on top of that, would you be a little bit more loyal? As I talked about a moment ago, there's a real loyalty issue in the social network arena. It's because of the fact that, again, they haven't earned your loyalty. They haven't shared anything with you. I know you recognize these icons at the top of the page, and this is my last question. Okay, do you think a social network that would offer their users part of the revenue, that would offer all of those things that I just asked you the questions on, that could impact your life greatly? Do you think that a business model or a social network with that business model would quickly gain popularity and become one of the largest social networks in history? I don't think I have to answer that. Of course it would, right? And guys, by you being here tonight, this is your chance to tap into the social media industry and sharing the wealth that's being created through one of our product lines called Leafit. And it's going to change social networking forever. Let me explain what Leafit is doing. They're allowing you guys to self-monetize. What does that mean? How are they different than other social networks? What exactly are they doing? Well, they're the first social network that pays you when the content and the pictures and things that you post on their social network, when it generates an e-commerce sale, you get paid on that. All right? Not just you, but 9 generations above you could also share in those e-commerce sales. We're tying social networking, which is, again, the largest, fastest growing industry that I've seen in my life, with e-commerce. And e-commerce is also massive because the swing, the shift, the paradigm shift is going towards buying online. People are, let's just say it, they're lazy. They like to sit home. They like to order their products. We have over 20,000 different retailers that you guys could snap a picture, go in, type in any product, whether it be a pair of shoes, a jacket, a lawn chair, tires and wheels for your car, whatever it is. Go in there. We've got literally millions and millions of products being offered by over 20,000 different retailers, and you guys can make a commission when somebody clicks on your post and they buy products that they're already buying. So nothing is, we haven't even asked anybody to change anything. People are already buying these products. Most people have already shopped online, and you're already sharing these things in other social networks, content, pictures, things like that. So you're not doing anything different. The only difference is this time you get to share in the revenue. Now, how do you get access to it? We've got a free install through the iTunes Store. It's iOS 7.0 and above enabled. We have future developments going on right now, guys. We've got PC and Mac desktop versions being done. We've got a 2.0 version being done to make us a full-fledged social network. And then after those are finished, we'll have the Android version coming out. Here's the hot thing about all this. There's a patent pending on it, which means that no other business can step into our business model and start competing with us anytime soon. There are other social networks out there that'll do pay-per-click shares and things like that, but you've got to have thousands of friends come to your site just to even make a couple $100. We're talking about e-commerce, direct e-commerce sales by the content you're posting. If you haven't downloaded the app, I want to encourage you to go ahead and do that. Join the iGrow network through traditional methods, okay, or through the normal process. What is that? You get your sponsor's username, go to the replicated site, join as either a free affiliate or as a paid associate, and then go to your back office with the device you want the app on, and click on products, and then click download the app. It's very simple to do. Just join the iGrow network first, then you can get access to it, because the iGrow network, again, has the exclusive marketing rights to the Leafit social network. Let me tie all this together for you here real quick, okay? Because I know I threw a lot at you, but really what does that come down to? We're tying multiple markets together here. We've got the superhighway of social media, okay? Over 2 billion users currently. Look at the growth in that market. It's up almost 1 billion users just since 2011. So it's doubled in size in just the last few years. So you're really, guys, getting in at the beginning of all of this. Then you got online advertising. $135 billion a year industry, up 17 billion in just the last 2 years. Why is that so significant? Well, because of the fact that people are advertising online to the tune of 135 billion, which means they know consumers are going online. All right, you want a good business model? Get in front of the paradigm shift. Get in front of where the consumers are headed. Then we got affiliate and direct sales. Okay, $167 billion a year. We have both an affiliate program and a networking program in the direct sales. Okay, that industry alone has increased $2 billion in the last 12 months. Another major opportunity for you guys, and we're tying all of this together, and then it all leads back to e-commerce sales through the content you're posting. E-commerce sales this year has already been $1.5 trillion. That's up $500 billion in the last 2 years. All right, so what does it come to? About a $1.8 trillion a year market, and growing every single day. Okay, that's the magnitude of what you have the opportunity to participate in. But it comes down to certain techniques, certain duplicatable activities that you can do. Okay, and I've got here on the screen in front of you, amateurs recruit, professionals sort. Which one are you? Anytime that you're going through your list and you're looking at it going, this person here would never join me in an online business, that's okay. Send them over to the leafit.com/your username, let them become a free affiliate, and they can just join as a user. Okay? You're still going to make money off the free affiliates because of the fact that every time they post content and an e-commerce sale is generated, you get a commission on that. All right. Now, if you've got other people on your list that you're like, wow, this person did really good in my downline at my last company, that's a perfect candidate to send over to your igrownet.com website. That's the perfect solution right there. That's what professionals do. They're looking for a handful, 3 to 5 people that they can develop into leaders, and then help them get 3 to 5, who get 3 to 5, everybody developing leaders. But at the same time, introducing all your friends and family into your social network. Now, I've got a couple of folks on the phone here tonight, or on the webinar, that have done an exceptional job at this. Our first speaker is Tanya Walker. Tanya actually got on board with us on July 11th. She's personally referred to over 199 users. And from that, her total team has generated over 453 total users. I mean, it's very significant here, guys, what can happen from just a handful of folks. Now, Tanya, you've done a great job, referring 199 people. You're active. You're doing great. How are you getting to that many people so quickly, Tanya?
Well, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate that so much. first of all, I have so many friends that are already on social media. So it doesn't take much to start a conversation with someone about social media. But the big difference is when I speak to my family and friends and coworkers, I ask them what you posed earlier in the presentation, and that is, are the social medias that you're currently involved in paying you a percentage of anything, whether it's advertising or referrals? And the answer is always no. So therefore, I have a way in to share with them a great way to, as we say at iGrow, to monetize yourself by posting the pictures you're already posting and sharing with other users and hopefully generating more sales. So it's quite easy to bring people in because quite frankly, most people are already in. The hardest part, though, right now for me, Ron, what I'm running into with a lot of the people that have come in as users is that they're getting to a point where they're like at a plateau. They're not really going up or down. They're just kind of sitting right there on the fence, not kind of knowing which way to go. And I want to share with everyone here what I have been trying to work on for myself and with those who are coming into this great opportunity, and that is to push through, stay focused, and understand what we're really doing. It's really pretty simple. We're monetizing ourselves. We're already doing what we've already done for a long period of time. Now we're making it fun by earning some potential income, and it's absolutely awesome. And I always remind them, look at the company, look at what we're doing, look at the numbers, they do not lie. We are within a fantastic opportunity at the perfect time. Keep that at the forefront at all times so you realize and don't let this dynamic opportunity pass you by, because it's so easy to let negativity and self-sabotage step in. And that's where these calls are important. That's where it's important to connect. That's why iGrow is so imperative that you get in, learn the business, learn internet marketing, see how you can share it and become certified and do a lot of major things that you've never done before, but it's because you simply didn't have the outlet. And now iGrow allows us that opportunity. I always stress, stay around motivated people who inspire you. iGrow is growing every single day. The numbers are there. People are out there wanting a way to monetize what they're already doing. And so I tell them, if you keep connected, stay in the loop, get inspired, watch what's going on, you will always stay on track, because it's easy to get off. My husband always says it's harder to get a train to start moving than a car because of the weight. But once you get it moving, it's hard to stop. So I'm really trying to push through and help myself and help those around me stay focused and know that you are with an awesome opportunity. And we have to stay focused because it's a mind game. It's a challenge to most people to think beyond what we've done for so long in a certain way. And here we are stepping into an opportunity that's given us the avenue to really create a potential income that could change our lives. And guess what? We're doing something we've already been doing, and we're having a blast doing it. I'm learning every day how to make my leads more powerful. I'm watching my upline. They're absolutely awesome. They're giving me updates. They're giving me tips. I'm connected in through a lot of Facebook accounts and personal texts and emails. So it's really helping me to really focus what I can do, or what we all can do, to make this a powerful network, because it takes a focused, concentrated effort at this network to make it work. And that's what we're really trying to shoot for with myself and my downline, to keep ourselves motivated, to keep in the loop, and not be distracted. I don't know about you guys, but I am bombarded every day with different opportunities. And a lot of them sound great, they really do. But we can't get off this train. it's moving down this track and you want to get on while you can. It's going to go faster and faster and faster as we explode and add different upgrades and functions and androids and all these different applications that are coming. So I'm trying to make sure that we stay looking ahead, being patient, knowing that nothing's perfect, but we have to work through it, keep each other lifted, help each other out, keep the tips flowing, and stay in this groove that we have going here with these awesome calls, incredible daily webinars. If you haven't gotten into those, I suggest you tie in 1 day, 2 days, every day, whenever you feel the need. You need a little extra push because I tell you, there are some dynamic people that are in this organization that are really here to assist us all. And I want to make sure that we understand what we have in front of us so we can move forward as a group and become awesome and just take over the social media world.
Wow, Tony, thank you so much. That was a great testimony. It has a lot of great suggestions. Stay engaged. Yeah, we tell people all the time, we're rapidly growing and enhancing. And if you're not engaged on a daily basis, you'll start to get left behind a little bit. I mean, we're an active company, and we care about you guys. We care about the field, and so thank you so much for coming out and sharing your testimony and spend a little bit of time with us there, Tanya. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Absolutely. All right. Our next speaker is Mr. Glenn Whitman. He's part of our associate advisory board. And Glenn has done a great job himself. He's brought on 28 personally referred users. And from that, his group has exploded to over 1,161 people. So you can see, I mean, if you focus in and you work with your team members, it's amazing what you can accomplish. And we really appreciate, having Glenn on the Associate Advisory Board. Glenn is also one of our speakers for the Blitz webinars. We have a 90-day Blitz going on. I'll go through the full schedule on that here at the end. So don't leave the webinar early. I do want to show you. Matter of fact, we have Blitz webinar coming up here in about 35 minutes. Glenn, are you with me?
I am, Ron. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Glenn, I appreciate, you always being so upbeat and positive and pumping energy into the Associate Advisory Board, and you're an incredible asset to everyone here. Glenn, I'd like to just step back and give you the floor and let you just speak with everybody on the webinar tonight.
Well, thank you very much for that introduction. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate the Associated Board. They're doing a fantastic job. What I thought I'd talk about tonight is the secrets of the daily success actions of millionaires. So I want everybody just to think about the word millionaire. Now, do you think that has a nice ring to it? I think so. And this was a survey done by a company, and they interviewed actually 1,000 network marketing millionaires. And so what I'd like to do is go through some of the habits that these daily habits that these millionaires have. Now, most people have a fantasy about becoming a millionaire in network marketing, but that's all it truly is. It's just a fantasy that lays in the mind of people. Most never even try to engage. Now I'm going to quote #1 earner. The difference in me and most is that my vision for becoming a millionaire was so crystal clear, and I didn't drive it, it drove me. It was something that was a calling almost, and it was never a fantasy, but a fanatical urging that wouldn't go away. So just imagine, instead of it was never a fantasy, he became fanatic. In other words, it became his passion in his life. And that is the clue to what it takes to become a big success in any company. Now, mostly a fantasy, not a fanatic. As #1 earner said, if people could get as excited about their company as they do a football game, they'd be rich within 3 years. So if you're more excited about a football game than your business, you will fumble in network marketing eventually. Another top earner said, "It's amazing how people yell at a baseball or a softball game and then become strangely silent about their future, as if someone else was determining it. And the sad part, someone else usually is." And what was surprising in the perception of some folks that millionaires in network marketing got lucky and found the right people who did the work. In rare instances, that's true, but most millionaires that was chatted to had a different perspective on that, as well as the activity level that needs to be done when recruiting. Now, the most astonishing fact they found about the millionaires were reality-based in understanding that true numbers it takes for massive success. And most folks are fantasy-based. They think they can make 20 phone calls and get rich. Another top earner said, "All I knew was I had to talk to 1,000 people. That was it. I was told to do so. So I was on a mission to do that. But I ended up talking to over 3,000. Now here's a breakdown of what they found in the activity of the average, the successful, and the millionaire distributor from over 1,000 responses and interviews. And this is going to, actually, you might want to write this down. The millionaires' numbers are averaged when they were part-time. So it's not full-time they were doing this. This was part-time. So the number of hours worked in a week, so the average person, it was 6. The successful people were 12. The millionaires did 25 hours part-time, and they had a full-time job. Phone calls they did on a daily, the average person did 5. The successful did 15. The millionaires did 50. The people they talked to a day, the average person talked to 1. The successful person talked to 7. The millionaires talked to 15. 3 ways, which are very powerful. 3-way calls. The average person did 1. Successful did 5. The millionaires did 15. Presentations a week, either a phone or face-to-face. The average person did 2. The successful did 8. The millionaires did 20. Leads collected. The average did 2. The successful did 20. The millionaires did 50. Follow-ups. Average person 1. Successful 4. Millionaires 10. Sales per week. The average person did 1. The successful did 3. The millionaires did 7. No's. Okay, we all hear no's. The average person got 2. The successful got 10. The millionaires 25. Conference calls with guests weekly. The average did 0. The successful did 2. The millionaires did 5. The number of applications. The average person 0. Successful 1. The millionaire 4. Now, as you can see, the part-time millionaire activity level was high as most full-timers. So I just ask a question here. If some people are working this opportunity full-time, are you doing the same as part-time millionaires? How is your activity level? Are you close to even being successful? May I suggest why? Your future lies, the answer in and network marketing is the daily habits that you have every day and what you do with those habits. Okay, Ron, that's all I have.
That was pretty good, Glenn. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And you know, it's very, very true, guys. Um, the mentors that I've had over my life, everything Glenn is talking about here, it just rings true with them. And one thing I was always encouraged to do, matter of fact, I was just telling a story to a gentleman here in the office about a multi-billionaire that mentored me back when I was in my 20s. And he was out of Houston, Texas, and he was good friends with Joel Osteen's dad. They planted a bunch of churches and stuff together, and Mike owned international computer development companies and things, and he always encouraged me. He said, you need to keep going when others stop. You need to do what others won't do. And he said, if you do that, you'll be successful. And he said, and then when you're successful, you need to learn how to leverage your time and your energy through others. What was really incredible about that was that Mike, he wasn't a networker. He was a traditional businessman. But if you take the principles of successful people and apply them in all aspects of your life, exactly as Glenn just went over, you'll gain that success. But you first have to make the decision and the commitment to continue to move forward when others are stopping around you. You have to continue to progress and be determined to reach your goals. You won't reach your goals and dreams by mistake. And Glenn, I really appreciate you bringing those statistics and that message. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, I want to walk you through just some steps to success here with the iGrow network. It's very simple. It's not difficult to do. Matter of fact, don't overcomplicate it. Okay, this is a simple business, and less is more. Okay, when I say less is more, I mean say less, but say it to more people. Okay, so if you're only going out and talking to 1 or 2 people a day, you just heard from Glenn, successful millionaires get told no more than anybody else. Why? Because you're putting yourself out there. You're taking a risk. You're talking to people. You're exposing yourself. Is it comfortable? Is it easy to do? No. I've been training sales or teaching and training on sales for over 19 years. And, on my outside sales teams and things that I've trained in different companies, I have to encourage them all the time. The hardest door to open is your own car door. Okay? Once you get that open and you take that step forward and you're determined to go and talk to somebody, it gets a lot easier. And if you've got to get 9 no's to every 1 yes, then hurry up and get through the 9 so you can get the yes. Now, I don't think you're going to see that type of results here. It's not going to take you 9 no's to get 1 yes because it's social media backed. I mean, this is a hot industry. Everybody wants to know, well, how can I make money off the content I post? So if you simply said, and this is what, say something like this, guys, I want to introduce you to the first social network that's going to share the revenue back with its users when the content they post generates an e-commerce sale. How long did that take me? 10, 15 seconds maybe? That opens doors at all levels. I've talked to SEO authorities that have personally worked with Facebook and Amazon at the top echelon. And I went to a major social network event in Vegas a few months back. There was over 4,000 social networkers there, and the speakers on the stage were authorities in the industry. I went up and said that exact same thing to them, and today we're doing business. Okay, you can open doors if you keep it simple. If you overwhelm, if you say too much, you're going to blow their mind. Their ears are going to smoke, and they're going to go, "Whoa, I don't have any time." Okay, do they not have time? Or is it they didn't listen, they didn't take it all in because you said too much? Okay, keep it simple. Second thing, sort your list, as I talked about at the beginning. If somebody would never follow you into a business, whether it be online, offline, traditional, especially network marketing, there's a lot of people that may not want to do network marketing. They don't even care what the business model is. If you have people on your list that are like that, don't send them through to your iGrownet.com site. Don't show them the business side to it. Let them go become a free affiliate. You're still going to make money with them, okay? So you're going to send them over to your leafit.com /your username. If in that same list, you're like, these people have literally killed it in my downline before, they've done a great job, great. Grab 3 to 5 of them. Start working with them. And your goal is to help them each get 3 to 5 in the first night that you're working with them. And why would you do that? Because you've got one shot at a first impression with this business. So if I brought somebody in, I would immediately start working with them. You guys should do that. If you brought somebody in tonight, immediately after this, we have a Blitz webinar. You should be on the phone with your new person, with your new associate, making phone calls to help them get 3 to 5 people to the next webinar. Out of that, they'll probably get 1 or 2. Drive some more people to that webinar at, I believe, an hour after that, 8 o'clock Pacific. Get back on the phone. The webinars are only 15 minutes long. They're quick Blitz webinars. Okay? But your goal is to get 3 to 5 good people and then duplicate yourself through them. Remember, I told you my mentor said to find people that I can leverage my time and energy through. That's what's so perfect about the networking business model. If you grab 5 people, it's going to qualify you for all levels of compensation with us. And at the same time, guys, what's going to happen is it's going to keep you motivated. You've just created your own little circle of, accountability, basically. They're going to hold you accountable because they want your help because they just joined a new business with you. All right? And then you're going to hold them accountable to get on the phone and send out some emails and, have some activity, plug into the different corporate webinars, things like that. So you're going to keep each other excited. Okay, that was what Tanya was talking about here this evening, was find ways to keep your group involved and excited. Keep moving forward together. 3, invite friends to the Blitz webinar. Let us do all the telling and selling for you. Matter of fact, the Blitz webinars, guys, those are hosted or presented by people in the field. All right, we're talking about leaders from the Associate Advisory Board that have said, I'll step up and donate my time to help out everybody. I don't care if they're in my downline or across the world for me. It doesn't matter. Okay? So let them do the telling and selling for you. Let the experts do it. All you need to do is say, I'm going to say it again, let me introduce you to the first social network that's going to share the revenue when the content you post generates an e-commerce sale. Well, how do you do that? You know what? I just got started. I'm not the expert, but let me get you on the phone with somebody who is. Do you have 15 minutes? We've got a webinar coming up in about 1 hour from now. And then what do? You call them back and you say, hey, webinar's starting in 5 minutes. Let's jump on that. Great. I'll meet you on there. Okay? Simple. And then you sit back and listen. What did you just show these people? What did you just show your prospect? That all you had to say was about a 15-second pitch and then get them on a webinar where somebody do it. It's simple, simple, simple. 4, immediately after the webinar, help your friends get 3 to 5 more people to drive into the next webinar. Do this all day long, every moment you have. Wash, rinse, repeat. Keep doing this over and over again until you reach your goals or until you become a millionaire. I mean, guys, it doesn't get any easier than this. You're not having to stock inventory. You're not having to deal with employees. You're not having to, worry about P&Ls or any of these other things, payment schedules, and on and on and on it goes. You don't have to worry about any of that. You have a very simple business model here. All you have to do is invite people over to a new social network and tap them into, the iGrow University. Let them find out, how to generate leads online and build any business out there. They can even become online professionals and create a whole new career for themselves even. Okay? But all you have to do is invite them to the webinar and then help them do the same thing and do it over and over again until you've reached your goals. Most importantly, more important than the social network, more important than our other products, more important than anything, the compensation plan, all of that, is build relationships and have a good time. Because people want to be around those that are having a good time. I mean, think about it. Do you have people in your life right now that frown all the time, that are always upset? Do you want to be around those people? Probably not. Okay? Do you have other people in your life that are always bubbly and happy and you're like, wow, I wish I could be like that? Why do you want to be like that? Because you gravitate towards that. Other people will too. So put a smile on your face. Even when you're talking on the phone, smile. Have a good time. Build relationships. You got a local group, invite them over for a barbecue or something. Okay? I know that there's a team out in the Dominican that they have pool parties and they meet at different resorts and they do fun things. And their team loves it. So just have a good time. People will come here for the products, they'll come here for the compensation, but they're going to stay for the relationships that you build and the environment you have within your teams. Okay, I want to walk you guys through something here real quick because I think a lot of you may never have been shown this before, and it's so important. It's about right place, right time, right company. All right, now if you've ever heard that, being at the right place at the right time, then you don't really know how to act on that. Well, that's what I want to show you real quick. Is because with real estate, it's all about location, 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 right? I mean, Ray Kroc, the original founder of McDonald's. I mean, he kind of made that obvious for people. He owns like major real estate, or his trust owns major real estate on just about every corner in the United States. All right, it's all about location, location in real estate. It's so important. Okay, curb appeal and stuff. But with networking and with marketing, it's about timing and positioning. Okay, being at the right place at the right time with the right company that has the right business model. And that's what's so important. Okay, and when you find that and you engage, guys, 70% of companies' top income earners get started during what we call the initiation phase. That's right at the beginning when companies are in a pre-launch stage, and or they've just kicked off. And you could go out and talk to just about anybody and they go, iGrow Network, what's that? Okay, Leafit, what's that? Never heard of that. That's the perfect time to be involved. It doesn't get any better than that, because think about this, guys. If you were to go out and build your team in this stage right here, put on 20, 30, 40, 50 people, 500 people, 1,000 people, all right, all during the initiation stage while everything's getting kicked off. Then when the company hits its exponential growth stage, what does that mean? That's where, everybody's hearing about it. They're like, I got to get involved with that. I heard about that on, Fox or Bloomberg when Terry Bradshaw did that TV show. I need to find somebody who represents that company. It's where it's going viral. Okay, that's the exponential stage of the company. Now think about this. Do you want to just be getting started in that exponential growth phase where it's just you and maybe one other person? Or would you rather have put in your time and effort now in the initiation stage and built your team up to a couple hundred, a few hundred, 1,000 people or more, so that way when you hit that exponential growth, it's not just you and one person, trying to get the word out there. Instead, now you've got 1,000 people. They're all putting the word out, and they're getting contacted back now. Hey, I remember that business model you told me about, and man, I saw that on TV. I want to be part of that. That's the exponential growth phase where you got, tons of people coming into your business. The more people you generate now on your team, the bigger this phase right here will be for you. And then the equilibrium phase is where, a lot of people have heard about it, the growth is happening, but in your personal business, you've reached a point now where you've met your income goals, you've done the things that you wanted to do that you had accomplished or set to accomplish, and now you can start to put your business on cruise control. Okay, and then you can ride that business, maintain your qualifications, and ride the business into retirement. This is where the legacy part is really kicking in, is in the equilibrium, because you put all the time in initially. So it's so important that you guys understand that, because time doesn't wait for anybody. If you don't get plugged in, like Tanya was saying earlier, get plugged in, or you're going to get left behind. Okay, this isn't a pressure close or anything, guys. This is just a reality check. That's what's happening. I've been through it multiple times in different companies around the world that I've consulted with, been executive for. It happens, and it's happening here. So it's just so important that you guys engage on all of this. Let's talk about the IG3K Club. This is a benefit for engaging. Okay, we've got a maximum of 3,000 associate positions in the club. What do you got to do? You got to maintain your own iGrow Network associate status and get 3 other people to buy an iGrow Network membership and maintain those people. That's it. You and 3 others. If you do that, look at the benefits that you're going to receive. You're going to get an equal share of all VIP pool installs. Okay, that is viral installs from like when the Terry Bradshaw Enterprises television show hits. 18 major regions around the United States, twice nationally. It's going to reach tens of millions of homes. And it's incredible. It's about a 4.5-minute spread on us, on the Leafit social network. And guys, that's the type of things that cause things to go viral, is getting credibility like that from third-party unsolicited media. When that happens, millions upon millions of people around the United States are gonna start to go into the iTunes store and download the app. When that happens, corporate doesn't keep those people, so we put them back into the VIP pool and we spread them out across the 3,000 IG3K Club members. Okay, we've only got 220, 250, something like that, people in that club right now. There's room for you, but I would not wait. Okay, right here, right now, right today, we've got a team of leaders that are here at corporate with us. They've got close to 100,000 people in the Philippines alone, and they're talking about bringing in thousands of people, guys. And when they do that, the IG3K Club is going to fill up extremely quickly. They think they can fill that up in the next 30 days. So if you want to get into that, do it now. Okay? Again, don't procrastinate it. Make it happen for you and your family. Get 3 people to join you in your business and then help them do the same thing. Get as many people into the IG3K Club as you can. Another benefit to all that, double e-commerce commissions on all 9 generations. So think about that. You have probably a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 friends on your current social network. Invite all of them over to this social network here, okay? And then each one of them invite their friends who invite their friends and so on and so forth. You're getting 9 generations deep. If you had 10 people, let's look at this real quick. If you just invited 10 people over here, and they each invited 10 people, who each invited 10 people, that's 1,000 people on your 3rd generation, 10,000 on your 4th, 100,000 on your 5th, 1,000,000 on your 6th. I'm not even going to go on, okay? 1,000,000 people at that point. And that's just with each person only inviting 10. I don't have anybody in my social networks that have less than a few hundred people as friends. Everybody's got friends on these networks. It's things that they're already doing. And you can get twice the e-commerce commissions by being involved in the IG3K. I think you see the benefit to being in there now. One way that we can help you with that, and I've talked about this a little bit through the webinar, is the Blitz webinars. And we've got one coming up in about 12 minutes from now. These are some of our presenters. Elise Williams, Glenn Whitman. You guys heard from him just a few minutes ago. Coach Kathy, Martin Regan, Mike Green. Mike actually heads up the entire Blitz webinar. He donates his time and works here at the corporate office. We even gave him an office because he's so involved. Mike Green is we call him the Green Machine. He's an all-star. Incredible leader, not just for his own team, but for everybody globally. His major heart, and he's hosting multiple webinars every single day. Will Cormany, Justin Halliday. Guys, these are the pros that are out in the field donating their time to help you build your business. Now, if you don't know what a Blitz webinar is, it started October 22nd. We're doing it for 90 days straight, okay? Multiple times a day. Now, these are all in Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to pull the whole schedule up here for you. There you go. Look at all those webinars every single day. Let's say you came in right here on the 9 a.m., okay? And on the 9 a.m., you get pumped up. You're like, wow, I want to get involved in this. At the end of the call, we're going to tell you how to get involved. And then we're going to suggest, get back to the person that invited you here and get started right now, all right? And then get 3 people to join you on the 12 o'clock webinar. Do it right now. Do it fast. So you're going to get a hold of your sponsor. Hey, wow, I'm getting involved. That was incredible. You get on the phone. You get a few people to join you on the 12 p.m., okay? At the end of that 12 p.m., what do you got now? You got yourself and 3 others or 2 others, whatever it is. Let's say it's you and 3 others, okay? They get excited. At the end of that call, we're going to tell them how to get started. They're going to get back in touch with you. They're going to sign up, and then you're going to help them make some phone calls. They're going to be blasting emails, whatever, inviting people to the 3 p.m., okay? So now these 3 have 9 more, so you got 12 plus yourself. You got 13 people on your team by 3 o'clock, and you started at 9 a.m. You see what's happening? 3 o'clock, we're going to do the same thing. So just 2 hours later, 2 hours later, 1 hour later. It just starts duplicating. Guys, I've used this in traditional business. I've used this in networking. I've generated in the last 36 months over 300,000 people into different companies that I've been involved with. It works. Absolutely works. You just got to plug yourself into it. Okay? And if we're committing to grow, you should do it too. You should lock in with us and make this happen for you and your family. This opportunity is not going to come back around. You're looking at an industry that's fairly young, that's exploding rapidly. You're looking at a business that is posed to go viral, and you're there at the beginning with the opportunity to get involved and make this happen. Okay? Get back in touch now. If you're not already on board, get back in touch with your sponsor, get their username, go to their replicated page, and secure your position tonight. Okay? Do it right now, even before the next webinar. You've got plenty of time to make that happen, because on that next webinar, when people are signing up after it, you want to be in before they are. This is a matrix, so timing is critical. Plug into the step-by-step system, invite people to the webinars, and again, as I said earlier, build relationships, have a lot of fun, and if you're not already on board, welcome to the team. Thank you so much for coming out and spending this time with us. Again, get registered for the webinar in about 9 minutes. Join us on there and get all the information to make this happen for yourself. Have a great night, guys.